going to dance. We're going to dance. We're going to dance and have some fun.
Dig.
My inspiration for the project was a little girl named Sarah. Sarah was 9 years old and I met her when I was still in Zimbabwe the day before I came to the US. I asked Sarah a very simple question. What do you want to be when you grow up? And Sarah looked at me straight in the eyes and said, Kuda, I'm not going to be anything in life. I don't go to school. Both my parents are dead. I'm just waiting to die. Those words really hit me hard, and I realized that what made Sarah feel that she wasn't going to amount to nothing was the simple fact that she didn't go to school. So her inability to get an education was resulting in her inability to dream. That was like a eureka moment for me where I realized that I have to inspire other people to then work together to give people like Sarah their dreams back. A.F.R. Clothing is a company that primarily focuses on changing lives. We believe in restoring dreams and bringing smiles to orphans across Africa who cannot go to school. So what we do is we sell shirts and apparel, and we donate a portion of the profits to send orphans who cannot afford to go to school, to go to school. Without the help of numerous individuals, A.F.R. Clothing wouldn't be where it is today. So for instance, people like Miguel Antunes going over to Africa to make donations, Dylan Kendrick and Sean Eckstein, putting it as part of their program as they were doing their course, and also people who help with event organizations, the designers that come up with the cool shirts, people who be posting stuff on social media, my brand ambassadors, Alexander Starr, Black Violin, all those people collectively make this project a success.
What's going on, world? This is DJ TK from the world famous Black Violin. And my involvement with A.F.R. is pretty much anything that I can do. We're a small company, so we all wear many hats. So anywhere from designing to putting together events to creating social awareness for the clothing line. Anything Kuda asked me to do, I try to help him out with. So that's pretty much my involvement with A.F.R. Clothing. Kuda was interested in an artist that I manage. He goes by the name of Alexander Starr, and he's one of the ambassadors as well for A.F.R. Clothing, and he'll be here at this event shortly. And we just collabed from there. We had a meeting. Alexander shouted out Kuda's country, one of his songs, Zimbabwe. So since then, Kuda was like, oh, I got to meet this guy. So we just pretty much, the minds came together and we just started working right away, putting together events, working on shirts, and just trying to change the world, I guess, with what the powers that we have, and to help others, pretty much.
We're participating in the first annual Ankara Miami Fashion and Cultural Show in Hollywood, Florida. And it's an event put together by Miss Nigeria Florida 2011. And we're quite excited because here we have like a mixed blend of people out there, Hispanic, African, Caucasian. And it's a great opportunity for the local South Florida community to know more about A.F.R. clothing. We're actually going to be the only t-shirt company. So it speaks volumes about our brand to be picked, you know, for that only one slot.
Yo, what's up? This is Mr. Alexander Starr. I'm here in Hollywood, Florida at the first annual A.F.R. Fashion and Cultural Show. I'm here representing A.F.R. Clothing, Authentic Fashion Renaissance. You know, we're all about educating Africa one shirt at a time. So it's very important for us to be here. Like we said, it's a fashion and cultural show, so it's a uniting of cultures, it's a uniting of people with good causes and good products. So we're all coming together and making this thing happen. A.F.R. Clothing, A.F.R. Fashion Show. Peace.
Now I chose to help in A.F.R. because I'm from Ghana, I'm from Africa, so I've seen firsthand what these kids go through, and obviously what he's doing is amazing to help. So anything I can do to help. He told me about A.F.R. and I didn't think twice but to give him as much support as I could.
I was born in Zimbabwe and I've been around the poverty, I've been around the orphanages and the whole situation that we have there. Obviously it's not nice growing up in that situation, but it also grounds you, it makes you humble. And I think that's where I get my A.F.R. aspirations from, because I relate to it, I've been in it, I've grown up in it, and I want to change it.
Education is something that you just can't take away from somebody. If you give them a pair of clothes, they may lose it, it'll get overworn and then just get worn out. But with education, it's something that they're going to have forever. So I do believe that that's the best way, and I know A.F.R. is making an impact by sending these kids to school and giving them a chance and at least giving them hope that they can have a future and not what they're predisposed to be because they were born into poverty.
Being the person that hands over all that hard work, and the reaction from the children was absolutely priceless. I've never felt the way I did the day I did it. I thought I would, but it's something that you have to experience.
Kuda managed to raise about $1,000, which equates to about 7,500 or 8,000 Rand at the time. And myself and another colleague, Sean Eckstein, presented it to one of the managers at a NOAA in Zululand, and they were over the moon. And knowing that money that Kuda's raised through A.F.R. is just going to go a long way. And the particular the NOAA that we were involved with, they had about 170 students in this small small building that they fed every day and helped educate. They taught them some computer programming skills, etc. But just knowing that Kuda is doing such a good thing for the kids back in Africa, and knowing that he's going to carry on doing it is good for me and good to know that.
Haven't had a dream in a long time. See, the life I've had can make a good man bad. So for once in my life,
The future looks bright. We're on track on meeting our objective, which is Vision 2020, which is to at least donate to one orphanage in every African country. So far, we have donated to an orphanage in South Africa and another orphanage in Zimbabwe, and we're making preparations to donate to an orphanage in Tanzania in this first quarter of 2012. And we plan to have 3 more countries in 2012, meaning that by the end of this year, we will have 5 countries that we would have donated to. So we are on track on having a very bright future